All right, so we're here 2023 National Storm Chaser Summit, and we're with one of the main organizers, Erik Fox, who's also a law enforcement officer. He's a correspondent with Weather Nation, but a big part of this event.
Yeah, so I just have to say I'm blown away by the event itself. It's incredible, and I go to a lot of different marketing events and weather events, and this has been amazing, and I'm so excited. So just kudos to you. But I would love to know, since you've been in this space and you see storm chasers from all over the world, like what is one of your biggest takeaways from the event, and even just within the first day or so?
The enthusiastic manner that people have all across this world for weather, and it's like-minded, right? Because when I'm 5 years old and looking at a cloud and how does that happen, right? And then you get older and you get more involved. I grew up in Amarillo, Texas, and I remember seeing my first tornado at 12 years old, the Pampa, Texas tornado, by chance, and I was hooked, right? And so I think about the young ones here and what we could do in these enthusiasts that just want to learn and want more. And so it just makes everything, the hassle, the days, the hours that you put in, it's all worth it. And that's what I love here is and you're seeing it from all walks of life. We got a guy from New Zealand. We got people here from England. I think there was somebody here from South America. Wow. So, I mean, and it's what the purpose of this is not just, hey, let's have a good time. There's multiple reasons why we're doing this. And the main reason, of course, is I don't ever want to see a friend die doing what we love as enthusiasts. I mean, really, some of us are degreed, some of us do it for a job, but we all love weather that are here, right?
Yeah.
We all love weather. So within that, just seeing everybody get on the same page, everybody seems to have the same mission, the same goals. Nobody wants to see nobody hurt. We're learning, we're having fun, we're doing stuff in the bar that we did 20 years ago, that's what it's about. And the enthusiasm is really what I love about this, but from all walks of life.
And I love that so much. The camaraderie here in the atmosphere is just, unparalleled to anything else. So I think it's fantastic. Now, you've been out in the field, chasing storms for a while. What is like your top three, or what are your top three learnings from being out in the field? And what would you tell like a current storm chaser or a future storm chaser?
Safety first, safety first, safety first. Doesn't matter if you become a problem, or you are the problem, or you come upon a problem and you're not trained, you become part of that problem. Mm-hmm. Phil and I have really been hammering this stuff. I was on a podcast earlier last year talking about being prepared in natural disasters. Mm-hmm. And so for me, our biggest thing that we need to take away is don't become a part of the problem. By trying to help, you can still be part of the problem.
Yeah.
And that's why you got to get that training. The first aid, we were wanting to do first aid CPR here, and we just kept running into legality roadblocks. But that doesn't mean we're not going to try in the future. But it's because as a chaser, as you're coming up on these, it's going to happen, right? Yeah. Doesn't matter where you're at, it's going to happen. You're going to come up on disasters.
Yeah.
Dr. Pearsall's speech was amazing when talking about that stuff. And so preparation and don't become a part of the problem is a number one priority, in my opinion, being out there.
I love that. And you focused, a lot of the first day was dedicated to that, which I think is so inspirational, because the perception of storm chasers is that we're reckless. We only care about the storm and maybe, the videos we make money off of, but there's so much more to that. And that's not the focus at all. I wish more people would come here to see what we do. But how are you changing the perception of storm chasers and weather enthusiasts?
I don't know. That is an uphill battle. I don't know that will ever change. Mm-hmm. But what we can do is police ourselves within and call it out. I mean, I'm a military guy, and being a police officer, I'm up front. If you guys have seen, I'll call it like it is, and that we just need more of it.
Yeah.
There's situations that you're just not going to be able to control. People in every profession, let me rephrase this. In every profession, there are people that will make decisions that are not always correct. Mm-hmm. and cause harm to other people. It doesn't matter what profession you're in, but usually you have corrective actions. We don't really have corrective actions other than I'm hoping media partners just don't buy their stuff, right? And so here, as you noticed by our schedule, I'm integrating all of that. That's why I made this a summit and not just a conference or a convention. It's not about, let's all have a good time. Let's come together.
Yeah.
I've got the National Weather Service here, got the Weather Prediction here. I got guys from the Storm Prediction Center here. I got all facets of media here. And then I got your everyday chaser spotter out there just trying to see it. And if we can all come together on the same page and start streamlining some of this stuff and weeding out the people, because as media partners, I can guarantee you, my bosses, if they see a video of somebody they don't trust, they're not going to use it.
Yeah.
And so that's the pressure we're going to have as a community, is to make sure that messaging is on the same page on all facets. So coming together like this, and that's my future goal with the summit, is to continue this collaboration between all facets and having that message of one unified message. Will we ever get there? I don't know, but I can tell you, I'm not going to stop trying. I'm tired of seeing my friends die. Unfortunately, it really seems in the last decade, it's just every time I turn around every year, something's happening. And if I can save one life by something we did here, it's all worth it.
So I'm going to switch gears a little bit. Organizing this event, what are the couple of things, 1, 2, 3 things that people don't realize is so difficult to put an event like this on? Because I think a lot of people come and this is great, they don't realize what goes on behind the scenes to actually make it happen.
Well, if this tells you something, next Monday, I have a trip down to Dallas to look at venues. So this is year round. This is if I'm not working or with my, I have priorities with my family, I'm thinking about the next conference. And it's been this way. And the wrench in all of this has been COVID, right? This was supposed to start 4 years ago in person. And with COVID, we basically did 2 years of virtual, and then this is our second year in person. Last year, I got COVID and I couldn't make it. So it's the organization of how much, and my team members, of how much time it really does to put into this. I'm telling you, thousands of hours combined with everybody, and they're all volunteers. This is a nonprofit organization that's going back to a scholarship. And that's, we're trying to give back that way. And so when you do it properly as a nonprofit, making sure you got legalities, money. I'm not going to say the exact number, how much it took to put this on, but it's astonishing. I got more respect for Roger Hill and Tim Samaras over the last 3 years than I ever could imagine putting this on. Because ChaserCon went forever and it was great, 20-some years, right?
That's incredible.
And I'm my 4th year into this, and I'm like, I don't know if I can keep doing this for year after year. But I also have a great board of directors that keep me in a straight and narrow path, financially, decisions. But the future of this is what's great, right? I think it's all worth it because the feedback I'm already getting has been positive. But one thing I don't want it to do is become stale. We need a current message currently. And I've had people reach out to me, big name people, man, I want to help with this. I love what you're doing. And that's the whole thing. It's definitely eye-opening. You're never going to make everybody happy, but that's humanity. And so, but that's not why we're here. We're here to save lives as much as possible. And like I said, one life is worth it.
Cool.
100%. I love it.
We're good.
Amazing.
Wow.
Thanks, sir.
Short, sweet. You're amazing and well spoken.
I try. Not always.